BlaXit family. Today is the 7th of March. Let me just turn my ringer off on this phone so we don't get interrupted. 1 second, please. I'm just doing housekeeping. I hope you're well. I'm just here a little bit before 8 o'clock. So I'm actually on time this week. So I appreciate the fact that you're joining me. Just want to say thank you so much for being here. I do need a favor though. I need a quick sound check and visuals check. Could you give me a sound check or visual check just to let me know that you can see and hear me? Yeah, could you let me know? Let's just put some of the comments up. Let's have a look. I don't know about keys, you know. Okay, top chat. Let's have a look. Oh, hi. Sound and visual check. Thank you. Who's that? Richie Smart Bree. Where are you from, Richie Smart Bree, joining us today? Thank you for joining BlaXit. How are you? And Antonio Williams, loud and clear. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Who have we got here? Valentine Ezzy can hear you. Hi, Valentine, welcome. Thanks, Antonio. And thanks, Rich, as well, for joining BlaXit. Thank you for everyone who's joined us here today on today's live. Last week's live was a bit catch a fire. It was a bit hot. So I just want to go on from some of the subjects that you tapped on. Richie, you're from America, Boston to be exact. Been rocking with you for a while now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you love my work, Valentine. Thank you so much. You know what? I am so appreciative. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that's watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. As you know, this is BlaXit. Let me introduce myself. This is BlaXit. BlaXit is a zone of love, baby. This is all about our self-love. It's about us putting ourselves first and, you know, doing the needful to try and return to Africa. I'm based in Africa. I live in Gambia. I've lived here for 5 years. I've been coming to Africa for over 30 years and I love it. And I want you to, you know, definitely, you know, join in the process. And this is more than a movement. BlaXit is much more than a movement. I actually heard about BlaXit from a reggae song in the 70s. So that's where I heard it from. My dad was like into Rasta music. Warren Foster, hello, you're from Cali. I got family living in LA. Hi Ken. Hi fam. Where you from, Ken? Ken, let us know. You inspired me about 3 years ago to again support Gambia on my bucket list. Oh, well done. Thank you so much for adding, you know, please, I'd love to mention you all, so I can see there's quite a few of you here in the section. So could you give me a few more thumbs up, please? And also, if you don't mind, please, can you just also just let me know who you are and where you're from at this time. And so you're from South London. Okay, I was born in East London. And I got kind of fed up of the whole system there, to be honest with you. And I wanted to come to Africa to live because, like, they kind of duped us about what Africa is. And they really duped us about the kind of life we could have. And they duped us, making us feel like we can't live among one another and we can't live together in harmony, we can't live in peace and we can't thrive and we can't survive. Well, it's all a fallacy. Of course we can, because I'm here as sentiment and living proof. You know, you don't have to stay in that dump. You can come to Africa. You know? So you're loving this. Hi, Warren. And hello, Alfred. Lovely to see you. Well, sorry, not literally see you, but lovely to hear from you. How are you? Yeah. Alfred is a lovely person that I met here in the Gambia, more on one occasion actually, man. And Eddie Hughes, you're from Baton Rouge in LA. Okay, I have some people there in LA. Like I said, I have family there in America. I have family in Virginia. I have family in LA. I have family in New York. I have family, and like I said, personally, American, my type of place. It doesn't make me feel that comfortable, but I'm got nothing on anybody that lives there, and my family's there and everything. So I'm loving on you guys. You're well. Oh, excellent. And any who's you're from Louisiana. Oh, love Louisiana food. I got to give you that though. I got to give you that. I just love some Louisiana food. And Spirit Traveler. Oh, how wonderful. I'm sure your interview will be appearing on BlaXit very shortly, Spirit Traveler. And welcome. And thank you for coming to Gambia recently. It was wonderful to spend time with you. Lamin Sana, thank you. Hello, Lamin. Yeah, you're my neighbor here in the Gambia. And thank you for telling me to keep up the good work. We love Gambia. We love Gambia. We love Gambia. And we love Africa, okay? And we love our brothers and sisters. We are all Africans. And, we must unite as one. It's not going to be easy. And Mo504, hello, everyone. Okay, so let's get into today's subject. We left on last week's subject. And we were talking about... and you're also from Louisiana. BlaXit is getting far. I'm so happy and so pleased that, BlaXit is now circumventing the globe. It is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Because as you know, I am just picking up on the work of Marcus Garvey, all of our ancestors that have been working to free us, do our mind emancipation, and allow us to rejoin our nation and to make that journey back to, our ancestral roots. And it is not going to be an easy journey for some of us, and some of us it's going to be a very easy journey, depending on our stages in life, okay? Willie. How are you, my love? It's so nice to see you here again. I haven't spoken to you for a long time, and you're in Ohio in the US. So, welcome. I'm going to get onto today's subject, which is actually, if you like, a patch off what we were talking about last week. I actually posted a video today. And I said, please watch it. No, it was yesterday, actually. Let me get it right. It was yesterday. And I asked everybody to, oh, you missed Gambia already. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I'm well. Thank you, my darling. I'm very so well. So lovely to hear from you. So, yeah, and I wanted to kind of talk about that because, someone mentioned something and I asked them, are you on the DL? Okay, so we kind of got onto the subject of sovereignty. And that is something that I want to talk about. And I also want to kind of put you in the frame of why I'm talking about it, okay? Because, I generally don't hit on these kinds of subjects and so on and so forth, okay? But yes, if you could give me some more likes, I would definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much, Mo, yeah? And that is about our sovereignty and the sovereignty of Africa. So someone asked me why homosexuality was illegal in certain African countries. It's because we have sovereignty. Yeah, and sovereignty, is your right. You have a sovereign right to rule your country as you choose. Is to choose the destiny and the rules that are for your people, that you deem that serve them well. And part of the reason why I came and I brought my son here is because I didn't want him to be confused. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people is not going to tell you, the whole truth, but I can't help it. And so I'm going to tell you that I just wanted my son to be a man. I wanted him to grow up to be a normal heterosexual man without having so many of, these ideologies forced upon him without his consent. Forced into the schools without him having any say-so, without us as parents having any say-so. So I needed to be in a place where I felt safe. Everyone's talking about these safe places. Well, Africa is where I feel safe. Africa is our safe place. And, let me tell you about what is going on. There is so much Africa envy and jealousy going on right now. I'm going to be honest with you. If you don't know the difference between envy and jealousy, let me just break it down a little bit for you, okay? Now, envy is like the feeling, the emotion, if you like, that you get when, you see someone else and they might have something you want, or they're doing something, you know, that you want, and you know, you feel a bit of a way that you don't have it. Yeah, you feel a bit of a way. Now, most people can contain that and turn it or transform it like into, you know what, I want to do as good as them. I better go and ask them how they do it. And then, you know, you'll follow that and try and better yourself. Like, you know, it'll be like an upliftment, and then we'll all like pull each other up and we'll all do really good. After that, you know, you try, hello, Fiona. Hello, Mr. Jazzy Arts. Yeah, hi, Eddie Hughes. Yeah, thank you for the thumbs up. Can I have a few more, please, if you don't mind? It just helps with all of the algorithms on YouTube, and it helps them to realize that someone actually likes watching BlaXit. So if you do like watching BlaXit, and you do, you know, sorry, internet's a bit dodgy as usual, please do give me those thumbs up. Now, yeah, I wanted to get into thank you so much. Thank you. Right. I wanted to get into about the sovereignty and about cultural imperialism. And I wanted to talk to you a bit more, because a lot of people, like, they make it complex. It's not complex at all. It's not complex. It's all about self-determination. So if this is what is valid in your culture, and this is what your people want, and you are a sovereign nation, then you get to say no. You don't get to tell us how we get to live our lives. You can't impose, you know, this LBGQQ, RSPQ, RSTUV, whatever, on our community. You don't get to impose it on us. We say how we live. And that's why I'm in Africa, because we say how we live. In England, I didn't have any say on how we lived. You know, the school that my son went to, the headmaster was LGBTQ RSTUV. And, you know, at the end of the day, I was always concerned about that and the impression that it would have on my son. I'm not going to lie, I was concerned about it. And the toxic racism that existed in that school that affected my children terribly. So no, I'm not going to apologize for, you know, wanting my son to grow up in a holistic environment, in a positive environment, in an environment where people look like him, in an environment, you know, where people are happy for him, where people are a mirror of him and have the same values as us. So I love living in Gambia for that reason. And Gambia is so beautiful, and the people are so beautiful and so gracious. And yes, you know, this is a country. It has its ups and downs, has its ins and outs, and, you know, has its good and bad sides. And I'm going to be honest about that. Yes, that happens, just like any other country. But I feel much safer and much more at peace here than I did there. And the other thing about sovereignty, you know, is that, let me tell you something, they want your land. I was talking about Africa, jealousy and envy, so I didn't finish talking about jealousy because I kind of went off on a tangent. But there's Africa jealousy going on. Let me tell you this now. Africa jealousy is real. Okay? Africa envy was like the emotions behind it. But jealousy is the action behind it. And if you don't think that they are coming and buying up as much land as possible in Africa, you are mistaken. Okay? They are doing it, and they are doing it now. And they haven't stopped taking our land. You know, go back to Zimbabwe, go back to South Africa. What do they want the land? Do you think that's stopped? Do you think all of a sudden the agenda has stopped? No, it's got worse. And now it's become a tea party for everybody. You know, it's like the rub and grab. And I'm telling Africans, I'm telling all of my people in Africa, you know, come and work with. You know, sorry if I'm not seeing your comments. But do keep them coming. Do let me know where you're from and everything, and keep them coming. Keep me giving those thumbs up, please. I really appreciate it. If you want to give me a cash app, what do you call this thing? I want to see if I can advertise it. Super chat thing. Do let me know. Yeah, and I would appreciate anything you do. There was a man who gave me one once, and I wanted to send him something, but he never gave me his address. So please, if you're that person, please email me info@blaxithome.com, your address. So yeah, there's a huge Africa jealousy thing going on, because people know that Africa is the future. It's no joke. I'm not kidding you. I am not kidding you. This is no joke. Okay? And the thing is, Africa has sovereignty. So to that person that was asking me all those questions about how can, you know, African countries decide that homosexuality is illegal, it's because their country. It's not for them to be, you know, bullied, you know, but you know, all of this kind of imperial, do you know what I mean? Cultural imperialism, where they try and impose their culture on you. No, this is Africa. Okay? I also want to say, like, what is sovereignty, like, as in a definition, yeah? Because a lot of people aren't understanding it. You understand, and like what it actually means. And it's about, you know, self-determination. It's about, you know, self-rule. It's about your home rules, your people rule. Your parliament is sovereign, okay? You have non-alignment, yeah? It's like sovereignty is supreme power of authority. Okay, supreme power of authority, and it's also self-governance, okay, by yourself or via another state. Now, what is the opposite of sovereignty? It's hegemony, it's colonialism. Okay, so when they're trying to impose, they're actually trying to recolonize Africa. It's no joke. I'm telling it now. And how do they do that? Listen, if you own a lot of the land, and then you come, and then once you own the land, remember, then you can bring your people there. Then what happens? That's what happened in America. That's what happened in Australia. You check it. You check it. That's what happened. And so then what happens then? They gain control. So it is for us to intervene. It's for us. As Africans, it's for us, you know, in the diaspora. How many of us, how many trillion of us is there? I think 1.5 billion? 1.5 billion of us. So 1.5 billion of us, of course we can, you know, reinvest and come back. Of course, 1.5 billion of us can think about the motherland. Of course, 1.5 billion of us, you think about an average price of land here for a decent piece of land, not too far from the sea, it is less than $3,000. You know, we can do this. You know, I'm just saying that, you know, we need to make a stand. Look at Niger. We need to back Niger. We need to back Mali. We need to back Burkina Faso. We need to support them in what they're doing. They're saying no to colonization. We're in 2024. It's time to, you know, say goodbye. We need to stop all of these, you know, payments, colonial payments. What are we paying for? Paying to be enslaved? We don't need them. We don't need them. And this is the thing. Once we realize that we can stand on our own 2 feet and that we can be independent and we can be strong and we can be proud of who we are. Yes, we're Africans. Can you imagine that strength? Can you imagine that power? I always say, you know, everybody else knows where they're going to. Everyone else knows where they're going back to. It's only us. And I also, like I said, part of that responsibility is for the African nations to also make sure that we are welcome back home and that they have, you know, things in place. You know, citizenship, etc. And by the way, talking on that, I did speak to a journalist to help me to get an update from all of the powers that be. So I will be giving you an update about that. But it's about dealing with us on our terms. And if you want to be dealt with on your terms, you have to be dealt with on the terms that benefit you. I don't know why I'm not seeing your comments. Can you just bear with me a minute? Sorry. Top chat. I'm not sure it's top chat or live chat. Okay, so Eddie Hughes says, I can afford $3,000. I'm so sorry, I've missed loads of your messages, so I'm just going to back up. Hi, sis, that's Lady Visionary. Greetings, Lady Visionary. Okay, so Marston Cable said, Africans leave Europe and America. Africans leaving Europe and America. Big facts, sweetheart. Beautiful family. They give me a little bit more on the last bit. And worldwide, what I have told my UK blacks to get a second passport. I try to explain it to them. Most whites have a second passport, and a UK and Indians too. So why not us? Why too? Can't we? Why us too? Why carry on the slavery by working in the UK? I completely agree, because You know, when Europeans come here, they set up businesses. You know, they set up corporations, they set up businesses, they set up companies, you know, they start manufacturing, they set it up and they work together. And this is one of the things that we have to learn to do, you know, is work together. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, I've had regrets, not regrets that I held, because I always forgive, you know, I always forgive my own because I know what we've been through. But, you know, look at, I've helped people. I've helped people. I brought someone, you know, like, you know the story, I brought someone into my home to help them after I thought that they'd gone through some kind of severe trauma, you know, when something happened to them. Only to realize that I was being infiltrated, okay, and betrayed and stabbed in the back and lied upon like no one's business, and then, you know, robbed of even my own brand name. You know, so sometimes, you know, like I said in last week's one, there are hidden agents, yeah? And disinformation agents that just are there to destroy. And most of it is because they will do it and work for these agencies because they have inner problems, yeah, psychological problems, but also because of jealousy. Most of it is because of jealousy. Why would you go and do that? There's only a jealous person that would go and do that. You know, you wouldn't, someone that helps you wouldn't go and do that, regardless of whatever. You don't take something personal and then make it all public, unless, of course, you've got a guilty conscience about what you actually did do. So in those circumstances, you know, I've seen terrible things. I've seen terrible things even written about me. Pure lies. And it's the same reason how they did it to Marcus Garvey and the rest of it. Why? Because they're trying to destroy the train back to Africa. They're trying to destroy your movement back to Africa. They're trying to destroy your faith in Africa. They're trying to destroy the investment opportunities that you should be taking in Africa. You know, it's as simple as that. And it's a jealousy. I told you there's Africa jealousy, because you know how many people would love to own Africa? And you should be able to own your own piece of Africa. Okay, so let me just go to the next comment. Huey says, I can afford 3,000. Thank you. African jealousy is real. I am telling you, it is real. Do you think that they only show the worst parts of Africa because they do it because they love you? No, they're doing it because they don't want you to see the best parts, because they're afraid that you'll come while they're coming in droves. So don't let anyone or anything ever, you know, tempt you away from what is rightfully yours, your birthright. So, you know, we need to be a proud African nation. Do you understand? And so one of the things that I said is that we need to protect our cultural values. This is another thing. A lot of the time we sideline our own cultural values. It's something that I would really want to talk about today, because it's very, very important. And this is why they want to silence me. This is why they want to silence me, because I am telling you to love yourself. Love your African hair, love your African lips, love your African skin, love your African everything. Okay? We don't need to love the way that they're trying to make us feel that their value of beauty is superior, because we know it is way inferior. Come on now. Who are the people that are the best performers in terms of everything from education to invention to music and so on in the world, and sports? So we must understand who we are and what we are and our place in this world, okay? And Fiona Jallo, Nyancho, did you hear that the happy companion said about his building in Bussorah? No, I'm so sorry, but I haven't been watching that channel. And to be honest with you, I really do something that is very conscious. And that is, I make a conscious decision about what I watch. Okay, I make a conscious decision about what I watch, okay, because I know there's too much misinformation, and I also know there's disinformation agents online, and I don't, you know, participate in it. I don't get involved in it. I told you, I try and keep my vibration on a love frequency, which is a high vibration, not low vibration. So I try and keep it there. And the reason why is so that I can continue doing what I'm doing. I already told you, yeah? I already had warnings, yeah, telling me to stop doing what I'm doing, but they can't silence me, okay? I will still continue doing it as long as I have breath, okay? So, you know, no, I don't. Hashim Ahmed, I love Africa more than anything. Let's unite as Africans. Power and strength brings respect for the black colour. Thanks, BlaXit family. I agree, yeah? Fiona Jalla said, Tay Tay is a devil. Well, do you know what? It's funny that you should say that, but some people do actually harbour demonic entities and attachments. This is true. I'm not going to pretend or to dress it up. Some people harbour really bad energy and their intentions are not good. I'm just telling you this. So if you're one of these people that think, oh, you know, I see good in everybody, let me tell you something. I used to be like that. Yeah. But it's not everybody is good. And not everybody has good intentions. And like, you know, some people are devils. And from my experience, you know, I'm sorry to, you know, talk about this, but I would say from my experience, definitely. How can you steal from someone who helped you? How can you steal their brand? Unless you're jealous of that brand. Do you know, how can you go out and tell lies? Me, I am not a promiscuous person, but yet you create programs trying to create me as a promiscuous person. I have never been that. I was married for 12 years and no, I did not cheat. I never cheated. I wasn't the one in the marriage that cheated, okay? I never had sexual intercourse with anybody else except for my husband in the 12 years that I was married and also during the time that I was separated. How's that? So when people go out and try and create these intentions intentionally to smear your reputation, yeah, they're devils. I'm not going to lie. They are. Yeah, I would rather be celibate than promiscuous. And I know when, you know, people stayed here, they were the ones going out and sleeping with different people. It wasn't me. I wasn't the one saying that my security was my security when it really was the relationship that you were having with them. It wasn't me. I wasn't fake pretending. I wasn't the one who went out on a date with someone's husband while they were separated. So, you know, when the truth comes out, they don't like it. You know, trying to pretend because I like messing about and jumping on beds when I go to film and I've got my whole crew around me. You know, I like bed jumping. I have as a child. That's got nothing to do with promiscuity. So, hi, baby. Kathy's saying hi to everybody. So, you know, I'm a family person. I love my child. I'm there for my son. You know, I'm supporting my son. I'm being there for my son. And that's what's important to me, okay? And so, like anything else, it fathoms and pales in comparison. Now, if you blame me and you accuse me of doing something that I didn't do, then I might go ahead and do it just to prove that I can. Out, of course, when I'm a divorcee. And I can do whatever I want as a divorcee. Okay? You know, you go to the media and tell lies on me and say I've done something that I didn't do. Then I'm going to go and do what I want to do when I'm divorced. Okay, so worldwide chat. Sorry, that's dealt with you. Yeah, definitely, you know, like I said, definitely, you know, demon energy right there. I know who you're talking about, and definitely demon energy. And I wish I'd never helped, you know, because that's my kind heart. But I wish I'd never helped. But like I said, you know, you live and learn, and that's an experience that you live and learn. But also, some people are jealous of you for reasons you wouldn't even believe. Some people are jealous of you just because of how you look. Like you could choose how you look. Like you could choose your parents. Or like you could choose where you look. Or because you were successful. And they're trying to, you know, destroy your success because they're not as successful as you. Do you understand? I mean, I don't know if certain people are woman or man, because you can't even tell by looking at them. You know, there could be a shim, could be a whatever. And, you know, because their energy is confusing. You know, because their energy is confusing and because they're confused. So, you know what I'm saying, okay? Worldwide chat. At my job, I did see a white man in a t-shirt. Okay, I saw woman in a t-shirt saying visit Rwanda. I felt down that he's been and I haven't. Joke is I predicted an ex-war zone would turn into an African powerhouse. Absolutely. I mean, Paul Kagame, let's, take our hats off to him. People can say what they want, but, let's look at how many people are in Rwanda and doing great things in Rwanda. Yeah. And like I told you, Africa is a mansion. It's like a mansion with many rooms. Choose one. Just go visit, go see, go do something. Okay. But definitely go, because they are going in their droves. Okay, and they're buying up your land, by the way. They're buying up your land. I'm fighting here to get repatriation land cheap for you. I'm fighting to get land by the river, land by the sea, cheap land, right? So that you have got an alternative. You have a choice. And that's what it gives you. When I was in England and I knew that I bought my land, listen, when I was at the keyboard, right, and I'm at work, and believe you me, I have my Delassie, yeah? I have my Delassie under my keyboard. Let me try and find a keyboard. I'm pretending that, right? I have my keyboard. I used to slip the keyboard forward, look at my Delassie to keep me, focused on what my goal was, knowing that I'm only working, doing this job because I'm leaving. I'm going. I had that focus. So I used to slip and look at the Delassie. And as soon as I saw the Delassie note, it kept me focused and kept me in that job. Because believe you, every day I wanted to work out. I could not stand the job. I could not stand the people. But I had a goal. I had a focus. Yeah. And so, they were so racist, my goodness. Right. And so I just kept that, and I kept typing every time, they would come and comment on my hair. Oh, have you put your finger in a light stocking? When I came, to work in a Afro and African clothes. Oh, were you going to a party after fancy dress? I used to get so angry. But, I used to then focus on what it was I was doing, and focus my mind that this is what I'm doing. I'm doing it because I'm getting the hell out of this place. Yeah, I'm leaving this dump. I've had enough. And so, that for me was like a moment of pride. And we have to protect our cultural values. We have to protect our land. Okay, so let me just go. Truth Forever. Hello, Truth Forever. Says, thanks for always sharing the facts to those who still don't know. Thank you very much. So, in answer to why homosexuality is illegal, because it's not part of our cultural mores and values. And they have every right to have that as part of their sovereignty, as part of their, within their constitution, within their rules, within their laws. It's valid. And why should anyone question that? Why should anyone question that? I can't go and question English laws. I can't go and question American laws and say, I think you should take it out. We think you should change that. Why can't they go to Qatar or to other places? Okay. And question that. Okay, greetings, Miss Julia. And that's Zani Nan. Thank you, Zani Nan. Yeah, and Lee Schindler. Hello, beautiful lady. Hello, Lee. Very thanks for the compliment there. Ali Jones. Hello, Juliet. Great to see you. Nice to see you, Ali Jones. Hello, John Doe. Why do you have silkworms in your hair? I think really that's a non-comment. Let's just take that down. Someone needs to go back and get their glasses. Okay. I think that was supposed to be Wakanda Forever, but it says Rawaka Forever. And that's from Big Roasted. Ali Jones, Free Palestine. O for Nokoto. Greetings, host, the great one that you and the ancestors chose to help others. I'm grateful that you are good. Absolutely. I mean, we are stepping in the footsteps of our ancestors, and we need to be grateful for their accomplishments. And we need to be proud of their accomplishments. Everyone else is proud of their ancestors, why aren't we? Let's be proud of our ancestors, okay? That is it. We have to be proud of our ancestors. Do you understand? They try to violate every law that there is, every spiritual and social law that there is. They try to violate it. Okay, so we need to, take time out to, really value ourselves and value our ancestors, value our culture, value our way of life. Okay. So Sun King says. Do you know what? I think that we've got what's its name in here, so we'll just hide that user for now. And clearly, I don't think the homosexuality talk and it being illegal here suited him. So Baba Cartoon, hello Julia, it's good to see you, sister. Thank you so much, Baba Cartoon. Worldwide, said Shim lol. Yeah. And June Edwards says, hey Nyancho, how are you doing? Well, June, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining me. Everybody that's joined the live, just want to say thank you so much. Fiona is sending love to KD. How is he doing, Nyancho? Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. Of course, always sending love and light. Yeah, love and light. Okay, so we're always sending that healing love. Let's all send that healing love to Katie. There you go. We haven't forgotten about you. Okay, always sending that healing love. Okay, and it's all about sending that love to each other. Okay, and ensuring that we can keep that love flowing, keep that, respect flowing, and of course, keep that healing flowing. So keep that healing flowing. That's what I'll say on that, is that we will keep the love and healing flowing in Katie's direction. So please, let's all, ask the ancestors to send him healing and, love so he can heal, because, we are all damaged and traumatized in our own way. And of course, we want to send those healing vibrations there, and lots of love vibrations his way, so that everything that he does can improve, because we all have to look and reflect at our lives, and always look at life as a lesson when things happen to us, and look at how we can do better moving forward. So I think that's answering that. So teenage grandma, hey, how you doing, teenage grandma? Oda Moja, keep up the good work, you are appreciated. Oh, thank you so much, thank you so much. Hang on, let me just say, I'll make sure I'm saying your O, and then it's Moja. Is that right? Odemoja? Am I right? Let me know if I said your name right. So, truthful forever. Please, sister, don't stop being good because of the bad characters. The good things that we do for the sake of Almighty God. Thank you so much. Yeah. You know what? It's very, Dr. Widemouth. Hello, long time. Hello, long time to you, Dr. Widemouth. Yeah, it's right. We do things because we have a higher objective. We do things because we know that we are connected to the source of all. Okay. And like I said, I do believe that we are divine beings. I have it permanently in my head, my mind, my spirit, my soul, that we are divine beings. And I believe that the chosen ones need to return to Africa. I am telling you, because I see things that I see in my mind's eye of what's going to happen, in Europe and America and in the future. And it's not bright. So I just think that it's time for us to start to rebuild our own future elsewhere. Okay. I think it's time, because listen, the karma that is going to come to those countries for all that they have done to us is going to hit. Okay, and our ancestors want us to get out of the way. That's why, they're using people like me and other people as a voice piece to say to you, look, we can help you to move. We can help you to come. We're putting ourselves at risk in what we're doing, at the end of the day. Yeah, it doesn't come without its own risk, but we have to do it in order to get you home. Yeah, and, and so many others have done it before us, oh, you're right there. Harriet Tubman, and so many others have done it before us. So therefore, it's a situation where, I feel like I'm obligated. I feel like I have to be of service. And just talking about sovereignty and the importance of sovereignty, which is, your right to live in a society that reflects you, that reflects your values. Because like I said to you, I didn't want my son wearing no dress. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't want my son wearing no dress. I just don't want it. I don't want him to come home and, introduce me to his latest love, which is the same-sex guy. No, I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not ready for that. So I just, this is why, like I said, at the end of the last program, when we mentioned it, I just thought that I would talk about sovereignty and the importance of sovereignty and living in a sovereign nation. Okay. You know what? I was looking into wet transfers. I'm just talking to June here, and hello to I am Italis. Hey, Italis, long time. Big love to you. Yeah. June Edwards. Yeah. I was looking into wet transfers. I'm not going to lie to you. I was looking into wet transfers. If you don't know what wet transfers is, yeah, and anybody can pick this up, because I put ideas out there for everybody. And those wet transfers are those aeroplanes that you can charter or hire. There's so many comments, I don't want to miss them. I'm going to come back to you all, okay? Are those, I'm going to stay a little bit longer today, actually, if I can, if I may. Are those aeroplanes that you can like charter and put your own brand on it and use it and do like flights and buy flight paths. So I was actually looking at it and I was thinking, I was wondering if I could get, even if it's like one flight every, 4 months from different destinations, maybe one every 4 months from England, one every 4 months from New York or whatever, to take people to Gambia, and, we could try and make those flights reduced. But I think that they want to have it on a more like regular and consistent basis, like you'd have to do it for the whole summer or something like that. But I did actually look into it, because I was seeing this aeroplane with the BlaXit logo on it, and BlaXit subscribers all coming onto the plane, packing up, ready to go. I was seeing it. I was like having this vision, listen, and that's another thing, when we have all these rich people, in our community, and, sometimes they die and leave things to charities, we need some benefactors here to help BlaXit to grow, to help BlaXit to go on that level as well. If you're rich and you've got lots of money and you don't want to give it all to the tax man when you die, or leave it, to the dog's home or whatever, please, you're a black man out there and you've done well for yourself, come over and help BlaXit to make this thing happen. I beg, have that vision. That is a call out for, anybody that's out there, that you can help the next generation. So that, you can have, something in your life that you've left a legacy of that is going to help generation after generation after generation after generation. And a lot of people gift and, leave other people as benefactors and beneficiaries. Why can't we do the same? And give, and bequeath and share and gift. We should. Sometimes when I see these rich footballers die and then it goes all the way to the other community, why? All right, hang on, I'm just going to move up a little bit. So, sorry, that was you, Jude. So, Eddie Hughes, thank you for creating the path for the rest of us. I have a vision of relocating to Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. Oh, listen, I can't wait to go to Nigeria, I'm not going to lie. Although, I did think out, obviously, with some of the stuff that's happened, but it's not going to stop me from going because I still really want to go. It seems that I won't be able to make that move until I retire to Liverpool on my retirement. This is a shame. This is the shame. This is why I said that we should have some kind of slush fund or something BlaXit can have to support people to. We have so many rich people in our community. There must be someone that we can appeal to, or you can appeal to help. Fiona Jallo, October 2024 is not looking good. I'll be in Gambia by then. Oh, wonderful! I'm looking forward to seeing you. Make sure you get to see me, okay? Okay, no matter what, just make sure you get to see me. Sorry, sweating there. Eddie Hughes, an SOZB. Obs, I want grandchildren too. Yeah, I want grandchildren. I want grandchildren. I'm so sorry. And I don't want, the you know what I mean? The two grandfathers hire to my parents. I don't want that. So, Jean Edwards, yeah, that's a damn brilliant vision, sis. Make it happen, my sister. Do you know, I would love to, but like I said, we have to work together. One hand clap, two hand clap, Well, one hand can't clap. Two hands got to clap. Yeah? Yes, sis, in the bushes. Yeah, keep us updated with consciousness. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, I think I've hit most of the comments now. So I'll go back to what I was saying is that colonialism, let me go back. So colonialism is the practice of requiring full or partial political control over another country by an occupying force or someone exploiting it or exploiting its resources. Haven't we been exploited enough? Haven't we been exploited enough? I think we have. 54 countries in Africa. Okay, 54 countries. And only, how many of them are back in Niger? How many of them are backing Mali? How many of them are backing Burkina Faso? In their fight to independence? How many are backing West Papua? Yeah? Look at what's been happening in West Papua. It is the most heinous genocide. Okay? Hi, Mikey Mayhem 247. Hi, Mikey Mayhem 247. How are you? Yeah? Basically, I don't think that these outside countries should come and interfere in African local political affairs. I do not. I do not. I do not. I do not. And I just wanted to touch on that because, you know, they think that they have the right and they think, oh, C Pickle said, boys, I got a new chicken today. Oh, how wonderful. Truthful Forever says, retiring in the West before coming to Africa is an endeavor one shouldn't embark on because it's very uncertain whether the depression of the West will let you survive the psychological war. Yeah, I want to talk about that actually, the psychological warfare. In fact, I was talking about, I wrote something the other day. About that. Where did I write it? I have this thing about writing down notes as I get ideas. And so I want to talk to you, Truthful Forever, about that and the psychological blocks that we have. Now, we have psychological blocks to our destiny. I just want to talk to some of the experiences that I had where people were trying to plant seeds in my mind, okay, against coming to Africa with lies, and people became fact checkers, yeah? They became, I didn't ask them to fact check anything. I didn't ask them for information because I've been coming back and forth and doing my research. But they tried every kind of manipulation, every kind of lie. And people will lie. And if people do not check those lies, if you want to know the truth about something, ask me. Don't listen to what someone said. Do you know what I mean? I remember once having a conversation with someone where they said, oh, you know, you use the word hot chocolate, chocolate. I said, yeah, it comes from a song. You know, it just means that you're attractive, you know, and it was taken in all the wrong ways. So I don't know what people were saying behind my back. But what I'm trying to say is unless you check with me the facts, then you don't know. People will tell up misinformation and make up lies. They will tell lies upon lie, upon lie, upon lie, upon lie, upon lie, upon lie. You have to go and do your research. Or call me. You see something online, oh my gosh, my friend called me. Oh my gosh, Juliet, are you all right? Juliet, are you all right? Oh my gosh, you know, I saw online you got punched in the face. I said, who got punched in the face? You. I said, I did. I said, when? By who? But we saw it on I said, what was you watching? If you was watching BlaXit, if something had happened to me like that, I'm sure that you would certainly hear about it on BlaXit. No one's hit me in the face. I don't know what you're talking about. Absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. You know? And so, no, I haven't been hit in the face. And the thing is that, you know, you have to like unpack this, but, you know, I'm available. So if anyone's got questions, you know, you can contact me. If you email me, I am quite happy to pass out my contact details. Yeah, I don't charge for my time. Yeah, I've been doing this for 5 years and without, you know, charging anybody unless it's for specialist, you know, business development or specialist media packages outside of what they, you know, what I normally do. So I want to say that the psychological warfare is real, yeah? The spiritual warfare is real as well, okay? The psychological and spiritual warfare is real, okay? It is real and it exists. And people will try to compete with you. They'll even try to compete with you. People that said, when you said, oh, you was coming to Africa and they disrespected you, all of a sudden, oh, I'm going and I've already done this and I've done that. And like, hang on a minute, but you just said about you wasn't going, you know? So you've got to look out for these people. And when you see these people, you know, give them a wide berth. Because some of them, they're not there for your benefit, okay? They're not there for your benefit. And so they'll try and tell you that there's going to be huge psychological blocks. But trust me, just take it each step at a time and prepare yourself, yeah? People will just plant bad seeds in your mind. Do not allow them to do it. You've got to have discernment. And you have to use that discernment. in order to you know, develop your own perspective, and to keep your own perspective, and to hold your own perspective dear to you, that, you know, people cannot interfere with, you know. And so I think that there's a lot of messages being held for view, so I just have to go through them. Trojan, I use my soul's energy in Chaos Paladin, and I'm confused why people don't use it more often. Like I said, I don't quite understand what Trojan is saying here, so I'll just remove that for a second, right? What I'm trying to say is, I don't think using chaos energy is a positive move. I think it's low vibrational, very low vibrational. What are you using that for? It's absolutely ridiculous. And all it takes is someone with a far more positive energy than yours, with a far more positive light vibration in yours, and it's stardust. It's stardust. And, you know, some people are able to turn things into stardust because they know who they are. And they know who their ancestors are, and they know what powers they have, and they know, you know, what they can achieve in this life. And so they know what their purpose is in this life. And, you know, we've all got a purpose in this life. Maybe your purpose is to come, if you're a teacher, to come and help teach here in Africa. You know, maybe your purpose is to come and help people if you're a nurse in Africa. Maybe, you know, there's a purpose. So I'm just going to go through some of these messages. Loads have been held for review, so I think that we've got William. You're going to say it. William Frost. I don't know what he's talking about. So all I've got to say is elevate your mind. Yeah, elevate your mind and don't allow anything to stop you. Because at the end of the day, you want to live a happy, peaceful life. That's what you want. That's what we all want, and that's what I'm enjoying, is my happy, peaceful life. And you know, it's worth every second of it. It's worth every single second of all of the criticism that I went through, all of the challenges that I went through, all of the naysayers that I went through. You know, in order, who wanted to stop me from doing what I wanted to do. Yeah, but remember that people are going to have envy and bad feelings towards you. And you have to take that into consideration. So, you know, sometimes it's better to kind of walk in silence when you're planning. You know, walk in silence when you're planning, so that those people aren't going to try and destroy you, because people don't want you to have a good thing. Let me tell you this. It's like being in a relationship and you meet someone and they're absolutely wonderful. That's who you know when your friends are. Because you meet someone who's wonderful, you're happy, you find that, you know, you find the friends that, you know, all of a sudden they've got bad things to say about that person. Family members have got bad things to say about that person. They see your life elevating. They see you improving. They see that, you know, they try and exaggerate the differences. They try and exaggerate, I don't know, whatever the differences that you might have with that person. They try and make them so big. They try and tell lies on that person. They try and destroy that person's character. They try and defame them. They try and degrade them. And, you know, try and fool you into that. And, you know, people like to, you know, look after and protect their energy. You know, so don't allow anyone to, you know, do the same, because it's your relationship with Africa is still a relationship. You know, it's a relationship. It's a calling that you have. Don't allow anybody, yeah, to turn you away from your calling. You know you have a calling. You know when you have a calling. You know when they're calling you. Okay? Look beyond that. Yeah, look beyond your day-to-day reality and start to have a vision. Okay? Because people know how to destroy your vision, and don't allow people to destroy it. Envy is very dangerous, and jealousy is even deadly. I know someone who actually, you know, died. Someone who I knew that I did some work with, who actually died because of jealousy. Yeah, jealousy it can motivate people to do the most heinous things. You know, and you don't know what people are thinking. Some people, you know, some people are smiling in your face while they're plotting your demise. You know, there are people, I remember watching this film where this woman was married to her husband, and thought everything was lovely, when her husband was plotting her murder and even had life insurance on her life and was arranging for her to be shot, like to create a robbery, a fake robbery, which was hired by killers, and they had them go out there and shoot the person because they expected them to die. They already had the life insurance to go and to go and get money, and it was family members as well. Their sister. Okay, so like I said, sometimes it's good to work in silence when you're coming back to Africa. Okay, walk in silence. They want to take what's yours. This is Africa is ours, but they want to take what's yours. That's why I'm telling you, they don't want me to tell you this. They don't want me to talk the way I'm talking, because I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. They want to take what's yours. They want to take Africa. They want Africa. But they can't have Africa. And as long as we put our hands on Africa, they can't have it. We have to put our hands on Africa. We have to put our hands on Africa. We have to grab our piece of Africa. We have to join with our brothers and sisters here in Africa and protect Africa. We have to join hands. Yeah? We have to join hands. Like Jerry Gold said, yeah? As Jesus said, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. So if you have plans, keep it to yourself. Okay? So they want Africa. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay? But you got to answer that call. I can't answer the call for you. I heard my call and I came. I started making plans. I heard that call and I came. Okay? Now, if you're going to answer the call. Because they're not going to impose themselves forcefully on me. No. I'm not having it. And on my family and on my children, I'm not having it. I'm sorry. Right? And so that was kind of where I left off from last week when we were talking about, sovereignty and what sovereignty is. Because I really wanted to kind of break it down, yeah, and explain that they don't need to intervene in Africa. We don't need their cultural imperialism, okay? We don't need their colonialism, okay? We can be a proud African nation and stand on our own 2 feet, okay? All 54 countries, yeah? And they have to deal with us on our own terms. And it's high time that they dealt with us as Africans on our own terms. And if we united as Africans and all called ourselves Africans, can you imagine the power in that? We would be like the biggest community on the face of the planet almost. Okay? Well, I think it would be, actually. Okay? But, sovereignty is having our own supreme power. We have our own supreme power. We have our own supreme power. Say it to yourself. I have my own supreme power. I have my own supreme power. I have my own supreme power. Say it. Be proud to say it. Yeah, be African and proud. Okay? Be African and proud. Because our own leadership will be our own dominance. Okay? We're not going to be controlled by a social group who want to control our social norms and what we should identify as. I identify as an African woman, okay? An intelligent African woman who's also a mother, who's also a businesswoman, who's also an influencer. Yeah, some people might say leader. Right? An African woman who's also, all woman. I'm proud to be all woman. I'm proud of the African man. Proud of my African man. Okay? Very proud of my African men out there. Okay? And so we should be. Because, we're not all healed. We're all at different paths on our journey. We're all at different paths on our journey, and some are more healed than others. But healers out there, people that are healed, call to be a healer and go and heal someone. And sometimes just having a conversation gives you that healing. Just talking to someone can give you that healing, because sometimes people are going down the wrong road. They're taking drugs, they're drinking, they're going off with, going into low-grade sex. Do you know what I'm saying? Deviant sexual behavior, going into to sleep with prostitutes or prostitution. Do you understand? Or just being out there, being a F-boy or F-woman all over the place, or going into, you know, deviant sexual behavior. You know, we can pull them back as healers. That's our job. That's our job. Okay, so I'm just going to finish with the rest of these comments and I'm going to go because it's been over an hour. So how are you? You're Bangladeshi. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Truthful forever. To add to what you were saying, they will blindfold you with material things if you're weak-minded. Is very true. And that is a problem, materialism. You know, maybe we should talk about that next week. Yeah? Maybe we should talk about that next week. What do you think? Let me know if you want to talk about that next week. I haven't looked at the messages that have been held for review. I do apologize, but there are so many of them. DC, thanks for checking in. Great to hear from you. Yeah, so if you want to talk about materialism and the dangers of materialism on our community and consumerism, we can talk about that next week. Today, we talked about sovereignty and the right that we have to, to narrate our own story, that we have the right to create, you know, our own rules and conventions and values and culture. The right that we have to be proud of ourselves and our nation, the right that we have to our own cultural invariance, the right that we have to our own African cultural sovereignty, the right that we have to protect our culture, the right that we have to protect ourselves, the right that we have to be a supreme power, the right that we have to be divine beings. Okay, the right that we have to be proud of who we are and what we are, where we come from. Yeah, I know, security's there, I'm coming. Right? The right to be, can you say to me that I'm live and that I'm coming? Yeah, the right that we have as sovereigns, okay? And so let's not forget who we are. And I also am going to try and catch up with some of the people that were working on the birth certificate thing as well. So I will get back to you. I have had some emails, so I want to go and see what they've said and what's been said as well. So I just want to say that thank you for Truthful to Forever. May God Almighty continue to bless you in all your endeavors. Thank you to God so much. Thank you as well. And God bless you also. Yeah. And also, I'm going to talk about the divine feminine as well. And also the goddesses, because everyone forgets about the female goddess, which is also of Africa. That's right, of Africa. That's right. You know, in Africa, we also had, you know, the worship of God, but it was also male, it was also female. And the Trinity was the man, woman, and child. It wasn't all men. Man, woman, and child. Okay? So many things have been changed. Many things have been changed. So man, woman, and child. Okay? And I love man, woman, and child. Okay? So what juice can I have? Worldwide juice can I have mod? Is that to moderate? In thy glory, Africa. Anyway, like I said, you know, praise you all. Love you all. Yeah, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Okay? And say the same thing to yourself. I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. Because that's what they don't want you to do. They want you to remain high vibration, low vibrational. They want you to buy into, you know, that low vibrational lifestyle. They want you to value things more than people. Yeah? They want you to have lust more than love. Okay? And that will just destroy your life. That will just destroy your life. So let's keep it high vibrational. Let's keep loving Africa. Let's keep loving ourselves. If you are interested in those plots in Gunjur, just please send me an email at info@blaxithome.com. That's info at blaxithome.com. If you're interested in any of those plots in Gunjur. Gunjur is a beautiful coastal town that has beautiful estuaries, rivers and beautiful beaches and is relatively untouched. It's also the town that is going to have the next biggest city There's a huge city being built there, and also it's the next biggest eco development is there as well. So get in there, and that's what I'm saying to you. Hurry up and get in there before everybody else does, because you know it's not like land is a finite resource. It's a finite resource. It's not infinite. It's not going to keep going on forever. And so please do not miss your opportunity. You know, do not. There's also land by the roadside in a place called the Neto Sion. I will be making a program about that. And that is in Bussorah. That is close to Bussorah, sorry. It's close to Bussorah, but it's on the opposite side. And this is actually on the main highway going down. So it's in a great location. And of course, we try and we keep it as reasonable for you as possible, because we want you to come home. So yes, these are repatriation plots. They are not the same price as you will get on the open market, okay? And thank you very much as a village for the compliment. Just remember that we are one people, we are one nation, and we have one destiny, okay? And we need to get together, we need to love each other, and we need to come to Africa, okay? Please, please, please come see, come be, okay? And let's, you know, it's not about ego, it's about we go. So I love you all, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. If you'd like to donate to help us to make these new programs, you can, of course, you know, you're welcome to, but you're not obligated to. But we do appreciate any help that you do provide for us. And if you'd like to, we do accept donations via PayPal. And also we have the Black Books project, which is still ongoing. We still have the school project, which is still ongoing. And of course we'd like, and today's the best internet that I've had, so I have to give thanks for the lack of interruption. I tried something new and it seems to be working. So all those people that I've just